Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. The prayer this morning will be offered by the good delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This prayer comes from St. Teresa of Avila, who was a 16th century reformer, and I named my daughter after her. This prayer is for all of us. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. Amen.
Amen. Quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. There being 132 members present, the House is now in session, and the clerk will read the journal from the previous day.
Annapolis, Maryland, February the 22nd, 2023.
Recognizing the Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Move so much be considered the reading of the journal.
So ordered. Petitions, memorials, and other papers. Introduction of House bills. The clerk will read the bills and their committee assignment.
House Bill 1272, Delegate Bagnall. House Rules. House Bill 1273, Dorchester County Delegation. House Rules. House Bill 1274, Chair Appropriations Committee. House Rules. House Bill 1275, Delegate D. Barnes. House Rules. By order, Sylvia Siegert, Chief Clerk.
Clerk will read the bond initiatives and the committee assignments.
Introductory House Bond Initiatives number 42, referred to Appropriations.
Message from the Senate, consent calendar number 6, Senate bills introduced in the House. Clerk will read the first bill and committee assignment.
Senate Bill 11, Senator Sidnor, Environment and Transportation.
Recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So much be considered the reading of SB 11 as the reading of all the bills on the calendar.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committee. House resolution. Recognizing the sponsor.
Madam Speaker, permission to use delegates' names.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, on behalf of Madam Speaker, Chair Delegate Vanessa Atterbury, Delegate Link Eda Patterson, please stand. Delegate Link Pam Queen, stay standing. Delegate Link Karen Tolles, Delegate Link Kim Taylor, and Delegate Link Jennifer White. I would like to welcome the Link's Eastern Area Director, Lisa Lowry Lomas of the Columbia, Maryland chapter, to the Maryland General Assembly, as well as Nikel Schultz, Desi Hughes, and Dana Stebbins. The Links Incorporated is an international, not-for-profit corporation established in 1946. Our membership consists of more than 17,000 professional women of African descent in 299 chapters located in 41 states and the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and the United Kingdom. It is one of the nation's oldest and largest volunteer service organizations, comprised of extraordinary women We are committed to enriching, sustaining, and ensuring the culture and economic survival of African Americans and other persons of African ancestry through service and friendship. From the First Lady of Civil Rights, Rosa Parks, to the first African American principal dancer with the American Ballet Company, Misty Copeland, to the halls of the White House, Vice President Kamala Harris, and to our very first own Madam Speaker. Members of the Links Incorporated are breaking barriers, influencing decisions, and influential decision makers, and of course, opinion leaders. We are distinguished women who are individual achievers that are making a difference and are making a difference in the communities around the world. Link members contribute more than 1 million documented hours of community service annually, strengthening their communities, our communities, and enhancing our nation. And it's a special shout out to Link Chairwoman Vanessa Atterbury's mom, who's also a Link, who's up in the gallery, Link Rosalind Atterbury. We also have, again here today, twice this week, Link Gloria Lala and Link Aretha Bridgewater Sims. Link sisters, will you please join Madam Speaker in the rostrum? Thank you.
Will the reading clerk please read the resolution in full?
Be it hereby known to all that the House of Delegates of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to the Maryland Links Advocacy Group in recognition of your service to the greater community and initiatives to educate African American women about heart disease. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution to be presented on this 23rd day of February 2023.
Special order calendar number 2. Clerk will read the
House Bill 159, Criminal Procedure, Warrantless Arrest, Straw Purchase Participant. Favor report adopted.
recognizing the order of the special order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My questions have been answered.
Are there any additional amendments to the bill or to its title? Hearing none, the bill is ordered, printed for third reading. Special order calendar number 3. The clerk will read the bill.
House Bill 215, Real Property, Limitations on Summoning Law Enforcement or Emergency Services, Prohibition. Favor report adopted.
Recognizing the order of the special order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I've read the bill and have no amendments. I'll save comments, if I have any, for the third reading.
Are there additional amendments to the bill or to its title? Hearing none, the bill is ordered for third reading. Quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
everyone recorded presence? Clerk will take the call. There being 136 members present, the House is still in session. House third reading calendar number 2. Clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 19, State Board of Examiners of Psychologists, License and Registration, Issuance and Renewals, Electronic Means.
Is on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 136 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 19, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 26, Health Occupations Psychologist Licensure Qualification.
Is on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 137 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 26, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 179, Maryland Estate Tax Portability Time Period for Election.
It's on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 136 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 179, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 185, Non-Public Schools and Child Care Providers Corporal Punishment Prohibition.
It's on third reading
Madam
and
Speaker.
final passage.
Madam Speaker.
Is there any debate?
Baltimore County. Question, please, for the floor leader.
Yeah, gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. How does this bill define corporal punishment?
Floor
Corporal
leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Corporal punishment is not defined in this bill.
How should we think about it as we consider the
Okay, so corporal punishment is understood to be force used to apply discipline to a student, and it's defined in other parts of code.
Okay. So if I were to tap a child's hand and say, you can't do that, is that corporal punishment?
It could be interpreted as that. That's
Okay.
actually assault on someone, hitting them like that.
Okay. And this applies to, let's say, residential daycare providers who provide daycare in a home?
Yes.
And under this bill, you would be able to revoke a license for, let's say, a hand slap.
It's a certification from MSDE, so their certification might be revoked. It would be their decision.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any for gentlelady from Baltimore County?
Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader.
Floor leader.
Thank you.
What is the adjudication process?
The adjudication process would be legal. In other words, it would rise to the assault in this case. Someone could actually be a plaintiff in an assault case if a student was struck.
So if a child is assaulting another child and the daycare provider taps their hand, that daycare provider could be charged and lose their certification.
It's possible. Hold on. Yeah, it's true. She did say staff, yeah. It applies to staff, not to students, obviously, but yeah, staff member can't strike a child.
How is a staff member going to stop a child from assaulting another child
Well,
in a...
there-
I mean, have you been around 2- and 3-year-olds?
Okay,
They're kind
that's
of-
a
they're-
pejorative.
I mean, this is not child care providers, so...
So there is in code that teachers may actually physically save students from harming each other or another teacher. So if there was harm implied, I've broken up fights as a teacher before, okay, and I've touched students to do that. That wouldn't be called corporal punishment.
Okay, because that's not what you said
Well,
before.
I'm not.
So
I'm
thank
not,
you
right.
for
And
clarifying.
and you're not disciplining the child in that case. And thank you for pointing out that it's not what I said before. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Is there any further debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 127 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 185, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 316, Income Tax Checkoff, Maryland Veterans Trust Fund.
Is on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 137 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 316, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 483, grossly negligent or drunk or drugged operation of vehicle or vessel, prior convictions.
Is on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate? If not, the clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker,
Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 136 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 483, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed. That ends the work at the desk.
Madam Speaker,
Recognizing the gentleman from Eastern Shore.
I'd like to make a vote change on House Bill 185 from nay to yay.
Okay. Committee announcements, appropriations.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The full Appropriations Committee will not meet today. Please listen for subcommittee announcements.
Judiciary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, the House Judiciary Committee will have bill hearings at 1 o'clock today.
Environment and Transportation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Environment and Transportation Committee will continue public hearings at 1 p.m.
Ways and Means.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Ways and Means Committee will meet at 1 p.m. for bill hearings.
Economic Matters.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The House Economic Matters Committee will be meeting at 1 p.m. for bill hearings. If you cannot be there, please notify my office. Otherwise, please be on time. Thank you.
Health and Government Operations.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and good morning. The Health and Government Operations Committee will meet at 1 p.m. for bill hearings. Thank you.
Are there any subcommittee announcements? Personnel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Personnel Subcommittee on Appropriations will meet at 11 in the committee room. See you there.
Transportation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Appropriations Subcommittee of Transportation and Environment will meet at 1 p.m. in the Baltimore City Delegation Room to go over the budgets of the Maryland Transit Administration, the Motor Vehicle Administration, and the Maryland Energy Administration.
Election Law.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Election Law Subcommittee will meet immediately after floor on Zoom, immediately after floor. See you then.
Education, Economic Development.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The EED subcommittee will be meeting at 1 p.m. in the appropriations hearing room, and we will have budget hearings as well as a voting session immediately thereafter. Thank you.
Health and Social Services.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Health and Social Services Subcommittee of Appropriations will meet at 1 o'clock in room 150. We will have 4 budgets today: the Department of Aging, the Department of Disabilities, the administration budget of the Department of Health, and the Health Regulatory Commissions. Thank you.
Health Ops and Long-Term Care.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That subcommittee will meet by Zoom at 11 o'clock.
Okay. Transportation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Motor Vehicles and Transportation Subcommittee will meet after bill hearings today via Zoom. Thank you.
Early Childhood.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Early Childhood Subcommittee of Ways and Means will be meeting on Zoom at 12:30.
Any other?
Madam Speaker.
Vice Chair of the Committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Criminal Law Subcommittee is going to meet at 11 a.m. promptly on Zoom. We will be voting.
Any other subcommittee? No, that's it. Gentleman from Eastern Shore. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Vote change on House Bill 185 to green.
Okay. Any delegation announcements?
Madam Speaker.
Carroll County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Carroll County delegation will have an emergency voting session immediately after session concludes in the Silver Room.
Madam Speaker.
I think it's Cecil County. I'm gonna say
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Cecil County delegation will have a meeting tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom, and I'd like everyone to pay attention tomorrow because there's going to be a very special announcement made about Cecil Night. Stay tuned.
Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Montgomery County House delegation will be meeting tomorrow on Zoom at 9 a.m.
Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Baltimore City delegation will be meeting at 8:30 a.m. promptly. We have a very packed agenda, so be there on time on Zoom.
Eastern Shore.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Eastern Shore delegation will have a meeting at 9 a.m. on Zoom tomorrow.
Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Frederick County delegation here in this chamber will meet immediately after session for 30 seconds to vote on a bill before you do other things. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Prince George's County House delegation will be meeting via Zoom 0900 tomorrow.
Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Anne Arundel County delegation will be meeting via Zoom tomorrow morning at 8:30. We will have a voting session. Thank you.
Southern Maryland.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Southern Maryland delegation will meet virtually tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Charles.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Charles County delegation will meet immediately after the Southern Maryland delegation via Zoom. Thank you.
Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Baltimore County delegation will meet at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning on Zoom.
Madam Speaker.
Gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you. The Public Safety Subcommittee of Baltimore County delegation will meet at 11:30 by Zoom today.
Any other? Okay. Any personal or guest announcement?
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Please join me in welcoming students from the Al-Huda School in College Park. Enrolling students from pre-K to grade 12, Al-Huda is nationally and internationally recognized as a top Islamic school in the nation. Permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf of Delegates Pena Melnick and Delegate Ben Barnes, we are proud to call the Al-Huda School our neighbors. Please welcome them. Thank you.
Madam Speaker.
Carol.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, here visiting us from District 5 in Carroll County is a distinguished former delegate, Delegate Charles Wheatley, who served from 1963 to 1966 for Baltimore City, and now is a proud resident of Carroll County, District 5. Please join me in welcoming him today.
Madam Speaker. Right here.
Yes.
Thanks.
Doctor of the day.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, Madam Speaker, do I have permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Okay, on behalf of Delegate Griffith and myself, we would like for you to help us welcome the doctor of the day. His name is Mike Niehoff, and he works with MedStar. He's a family medicine doctor, and his residency is with Franklin Square Hospital, and he lives in District 35A. Welcome.
Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Thank you. Colleagues, I just wanted to let you know I have permission from the delegate, but our friend, Delegate Gary Simmons, is in surgery today. So on behalf of myself, Vice Chair Dana Jones, and the entire Anne Arundel County delegation, we ask that you just lift him up in your thoughts and prayers as he comes through surgery and starts his recovery.
Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, please join me in welcoming my friend, Tamika Bunbury,
who also serves as the Willow Oak chapter of Maryland, the Willow Oak chapter of the Links Incorporated's president. Please stand, Ms. Bunbury. She also has served faithfully 3 Prince George's County council members, including Council Member Ingrid Harrison Watson, and she is wonderful. And please welcome Ms. Tamika Bunbury, my Link sister, my sorority sister, and my friend to this chamber.
Go ahead. Gentleman from Baltimore County.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. Today, colleagues, if you have not already done so, I'm a big proponent of manufacturing in Maryland. RMI, the Regional Manufacturing Institute, and the Manufacturing Extension Partnership is doing busts using 3D technology in the Calvert House. So if you have not gotten yourself scanned, please do so today. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, the gentleman from Baltimore County.
Vote change from 185 to green. Thank you.
Gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Pleased to announce that the Governor and First Lady have invited the AAPI caucus to a reception at the Governor Mansion tonight at 6 p.m. Looking forward to all the AAPI members' attendance. Thank you.
Gentleman from the Eastern Shore.
Vote change on 185 from red to green.
Madam Speaker, I don't want my guy hanging out alone. Vote change on 185 from red to green.
Or any other vote change? I didn't hear anyone say this, but we have Link members who are sitting up to the upper. Could you all stand up, please, to visit with us today? Thank you for enjoying us and the rest of your day. Is there any other announcements? Seeing none. Recognizing the majority leader. Ignore that. Okay, quorum call before adjournment.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? Clerk will take the call. There being 137 members present, the House is still in session. Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stands adjourned until Friday, February 24th at 11 a.m.